Hello and welcome back, everybody. This is Cat Weasel's Shadows of Brimstone, the Frozen Expedition playthrough. Where we left it last time was our two heroes, Cade Gaunt and Running Bear, were fighting this Night Terror. Cade had just got his quick draw in, managed to get 7 wounds on him, and we left it where we were just about to start a new turn with holding back the darkness. But just before we get into that, I of course made a balls up. So just to show you how I've corrected that. Cracked ice obviously affects movement. So when you move a square, you use 2 movement points instead of 1. You don't take 2 off whatever you roll, which what I was playing for some bizarre reason. Just, I've never played it before like that. God knows. Anyway, utter twaddle. For example, Running Bear, who rolled 7, he got 6 and 1 for his ability. Well, if it's 2 per square, he can go 3.5 squares. You obviously can't go half a square, so you can only go 3. So he went 1, 2, 3 instead of going up here. Cade rolled a 3, which is 1.5, so he could only move the 1. And then obviously the Night Terror came on the board, went where he was to get behind them both. So they're all in correct position now, and what we'll do is we shall now hold back the darkness. Six. We haven't got a single hold back the darkness roll yet, so we get a darkness card. Doing well, aren't we? Doing well. So if we don't find that we don't find these journal pages soon, we're going to be in big trouble again, I think. Eruption of the Dead. An ambush attack of double P, Hungry Dead. No! Again. Right. 2 peril dice. 7. So we've got 7 Hungry Dead. In case you forgot what these guys and gals look like. So let's move his wound tokens out the way there, because one's going to go there. One's going to go there. I think they'll just pretty much go all the way around everybody. That many have erupted. So, isn't that jolly? So, we've got 7 of them. So, I'll just roll to see where the odd one goes. Actually, if we count it as 8 monsters, we'll get 4 on each. So there we go, that evens it up, doesn't it? So these 4 are obviously against Running Bear here, whereas the other 3 Hungry Dead and the Night Terror are against Cade. Now that's an ambush again, so when we dig out the Hungry Dead card, that means their initiative has gone up to 3. So even though they've ambushed us, they're still at the end. Yep. They're just too slow to, even with the +2 initiative, to go before either Cade or Running Bear. But I'll put that over there. So now we've got monsters all over the shop. And what I've got to remember is we have the Chill of the Grave. So all undead enemies are +1 initiative. So they're up to 4. In fact, they do 4, and Running Bear is initiative 5, so it doesn't make any difference. They'll still go last, though they will go before the Night Terror. and they've got +1 combat. So that's a nice previous darkness card gift. I'll keep that there. Right, woohoo! But new monsters have come on the board again. They weren't part of the Night Terror, so that means that Cade gets to use his quick draw again. So there's a minor bit of good news, assuming he can roll well. So what he's going to do is he shall start off by shooting at Blondie. It's a 5 and a 3, so that's 2 hits. Good done with the critical there. They've got excellent defence of the Hungry Dead at 4. But first one he's gonna shoot at Blondie. As these are the new monsters, he can't shoot at the Night Terror. The quick draw only applies to the brand new monsters, which is the Hungry Dead. A 6! Yeah! No messing. That's 1 Hungry Dead gone, which is 20 XP. And second shot will be on, let's do it on Mr. Prospector. A 2, not good enough. So that doesn't, even though he probably hit the Prospector with it being undead, it's not hit anything vital. He didn't manage to get the headshot. So, but at least we've got rid of one of them. We've got rid of 1 out of 7. Right, now that's over. What you can do is, I believe we've got to hold back the darkness again because we got new monsters on the board. 7, at last! We got to hold back the darkness roll. Hurrah! Right, so that's that done. And, okay, ambush round. They've got 4 initiative with the card and the ambush, but it's still not good enough. Cade's still got 7. Cade's still going to go first. He's going to roll his dice. Gets a 6 and a 1. Now that 6 is a critical. I could use that to ignore the defence on a Hungry Dead, but you know what? I'm not. It's the big blue guy I'm worried about. Sort of evil version of Sully out of Monsters Inc. So we're going to use our critical on him. So his 3 defence will be ignored. Come on, a 5. All he needs a 5. A 4. Now that would get him to 11 wounds, and he's only got 12. But I really want to see the back of this guy. So again, for me, once per turn, I'm going to use the Deadeye shot. That's going to give us another 2 damage, and that's going to be enough to get rid of this Night Terror. Good night, Vienna. So he's off the board, which is excellent news. And we got an extra 5 XP for 5 wounds, so that's an extra 25 XP plus 10 for administering the coup de grace. We'll put that over there. Right, good stuff by Cade. We need it. We're not having much luck in any other areas of the game. Right, next up is Running Bear, because he's got an initiative of 5. The Hungry Dead have an ambush initiative of 4 this round. So Running Bear is going to use his carbine as normal. He's going to roll 3 dice. Right, he has a 5 and 2 3s. The 2 3s are not good enough. He needs a 4 to hit at range. So he's got 5. And yes, he's going to roll damage. He's got to hit somebody adjacent to him. So he's going to hit the pickaxe wielding maniac there. A 6, and that's good enough. That is good enough. The pickaxe prospector bites the dust. That's another 20 XP. And that's it for his round. What I've done, what I always forget to do, is roll for the movement. So seeing as he hasn't actually missed the turn yet, and we're still in it, I'll roll for Cade's movement. A 2. Now a 2 in the Targa Plateau, I believe, nets you a grit. I'm just going to check that, won't be a second. Yes, that's correct. Just got the world card here for the Targa Plateau. Frigid snow, weather, move rolls of 1, do 1 automatic wound to a hero with no defense roll, but heroes do recover a grit on the move roll of a 1 or a 2. So he does get a grit. I'll put that there on the little card holder. These are excellent, these little card holders. I saw a fellow YouTuber called Tina the Board Gamer, she's got these. So I just stole the idea and I got myself some. They're just excellent for keeping everything organised. So put that there, and an extra grit for Kate. And I shall roll a movement for Running Bear, if I can keep it in the cup. It's a 4, so he doesn't get any grit. Right, finally up to date with the rolling. And now it is the Hungry Dead's turn. And what we've got left, we've got 6 left. So 5 left. So these were the ones that 3 we allocated to Running Bear. We did allocate 3 to Cade, but we managed to kill 1. So they're going to go. And what we'll do is they'll attack Cade first. So he's in order of initiative. And their attack is they get 1 combat dice each, and they've got a hit on a 4+. So that's 2 hits. That's 2 hits. So he gets to save those. He could do with saving them because it's 3 damage on each one. And he saves 1. So 3 damage will go through. I'll take that off the pegboard. So his health is now 7. What else did I forget? I'm not doing very well this morning. Tell it's morning. Yep, what I forgot was, on the Night Terror, we both Cade activated on the tile. He was already dead when Running Bear activated, so he doesn't have to do anything. But it was 2 horror hits, so he's got to roll for his 2 horror hits. And they both go through, unfortunately. So he loses 2 sanity as well, and he's down to 10. Right. What else? What else have I forgotten? Of course, the Hungry Dead have fear. A hero, starting their activation, adjacent takes 1 horror hit. So again, when Cade started his activation, there was 1 there, 1, 2, 3, 4 around him. So he needs to roll 4 defense, 4 willpower saves, and he saves 2. So the other 2 got through. He's now down to 8 sanity. And Running Bear was surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he takes 5 horror hits. So 5 willpower saves. Needs 4+. Oh. dropping everything everywhere. Focus, man, focus. Awful roll. Just saved 1, so 4 sanity, which means I think Running Bear's in a bit of a precarious predicament with his sanity. He's got 2 left. 2 left out of his original 10. That's not looking good. Could do with killing these guys quickly. Otherwise, he could need a revive token again. Right. Okie dokie. Now, the Hungry Dead get to continue with their 3 attacks against Running Bear. Again, they need a 4+. And they've got them all. Fortunately, the 6s don't do anything. Their special ability is only fear at the moment. But, got to roll 3 dice. Otherwise, we will get 9 damage. He does save on 4s, so he does save 2 of them. His health save is 4+. But 3 damage do get through. So Running Bear is now on 7 health. We are struggling. We are struggling. Right, that's the end of that round. And now, let us hold back the darkness. A 5, not good enough. Holding back the darkness has not been good enough since the start of this mission. So we're up to 5. We've got real problems. Right. Let's holding back the darkness. So movement. Always roll your movement. Right. So movement for Cade. He gets a 1. Now he doesn't. His max grit's 2, so he can't have anything else. He can't really move a great deal, so he can't really spend that grit on extra movement. So what he's going to have to do is just take his 1 wound like a man. So he takes one wound because of the frigid weather in the Targa Plateau. He hasn't moved around enough. He hasn't kept himself warm. So he's now down to 6 health. And now he gets to attack. Four and a 3, they both hit. He only needs a 3+. So now he's going to attack the blonde hungry dead here with his first bullet. A 5. A 5 is good enough. So that's him gone. Got over the 4 defense, and he had the extra damage to make it count. So again, that's 20 XP. And his final bullet he's going to use on the Prospector. I'm missing the dice tower again. A 5, and a 5's good enough. He's going down in a blaze of bullets. So again, 4 was blocked by the defense, but the 5th that wasn't stopped, and they've only got 1 health. So another 20 XP there. Good stuff, Cade. Keep it going, mate. Right, next up is Running Bear. Roll for movement. A 1. He takes a wound, but he does get a grit. He's not at maximum grit. So he's down to 6 health. We're not doing well. Right. 3 dice. 3 dice. Come on, some high rolling. 6s. 2 6s. Yes. Right. So they ignore defence. And because there isn't a 0 on these dice, it means he must score at least 1. They only have 1 health. So he's going to kill this guy. Excuse me. And he's going to kill this guy. So that's 40 XP. Put that in there. Put 50 in, take 10 out. And I'm now thinking, no, I won't use his grit. There's only one of them left now. So it is now the Hungry Dead's turn. 1 dice. It's been attacking Running Bear all along, so we'll keep attacking Running Bear. I forgot the horror hits, I forgot the fear hits again. No! Right, so Cade, when he activated, he had 1, 2, 3 around him. So he's just going to do his three saves against the horror hits. He saves 1. So he takes another 2 horror hits. And he's down to 6 sanity now. And shut up, phone! Have you seen this? I've got a stopwatch and I've still gone over 20 minutes. Useless. 25 minutes, I promise you, 25. Right. But when Running Bear activated, there was only 1, 2, it was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's killed 2. So that means there was 1, 2, 3. He had 3 round him, so he's got to make 3 willpower saves, 4+. He's made 2, so he's lost 1, which is good because he's only got 1 left now, so he's down to his last sanity. Right. Anyway, it's the attack for the Hungry Dead. A 6. So that gets through. That would be 3 damage, so Cade needs a 4 or better to stop that damage getting through. A 6. Good lad. Good lad. Right, that's the Hungry Dead activation over with. And now we're holding back the darkness, or not, as the case may be. A 7. Yay! At last. Our second hold back the darkness roll. Right. Cade to go first. Roll for movement. Try not to get a 1. He gets a 6. I'm thinking, shall he move? To escape the Hungry Dead, we need a 4+. So he's going to try and escape. He does get a 4. Now, he rolled a 6. But it's 2 per square, so he can only move 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. It does help him get nearer the exit, and with our move being hindered by the cracked ice, any opportunity we get to move, I'm going to take it. So he's moved. He did activate next to this lady, so he does take a fear horror hit, which he can now try and save, which he does. Actually did something in the correct order. Hurrah! And now he's going to attack. Attack! 2 4s, that's 2 hits. Remember, he needs a 3+. So what we need to do now is they have got a damage, they've got a defense of 4, so I'm going to roll both these, because if they don't get through I can then grit them both. If I split each bullet I'd only be able to re-roll the 1 dice, but there's only 1 of them left. I'm going to roll both dice. If they don't hit, I've got the decision whether I want to grit that or not, and I can re-roll both dice. See, a 2 and a 1, rubbish. Even if I put a dead eye shot on that, it wouldn't get over the 4. So I am going to spend a grit. He's now down to 1 grit. And there we go, there's the 5 that we need. That goes over the 4 defence and adds the all-important extra damage, which is enough to kill the Hungry Dead. That's the Hungry Dead and the Night Terror got rid of. Thank God. Right, boing, goodbye. Right. Now, first things first, Running Bear, coming up to his activation, but because he didn't actually activate and the Hungry Dead's gone, he doesn't have to make the horror check. Right, catching our breath. Cade activated, obviously, to kill that final Hungry Dead. So he uses a D3. And he gets 3. Well done. So, let's have a look at his pegboard. Well, he's got 6 sanity and 6 health. So he's going to put 2 health back on, taking him to 8. Just put them in. And the third one, he's going to put one of his sanity back. There we are. So he's now at 8 health and 7 sanity. Running Bear, because he didn't actually activate, gets a D6. We could do with a 6 because he's got 1 sanity left. No, it's too excited. Come on. 3. No. So he got a 3. So obviously all that's going into sanity. So he now has 4 sanity and 6 health. We could have done with a 6 there. But never mind. Right, so that's that done. We're now on 26 minutes, so I'll just sort out the loot cards and everything, and then we'll call it a day. Righty, righty, righty. Yep, loot cards. So let's dig those out. We actually get 2 loot cards each. It's 1 for the Night Terror, 1 for the Hungry Dead, and there are 2 heroes. So that's 2 loot cards each. So I'll do Cade's first. He gets a Dark Stone Shard and a sack of gold dust, and obviously the 40 XP. So what does Running Bear get? That's $25 in coins. Come on, gear card. Yes, draw a gear card or an artifact if in the other world, and we're in the other world. We want a better artifact than the one you pulled out last time. We don't want frozen monsters. Let's have a look. Where's the Targa artifacts deck? Here we are. Now come on. An ancient tablet, +1 law, 1 weight. Once per adventure, cancel and redraw a darkness card. Well, at least he gets another +1 law, which will now take him up to, I think it's 6. Be it 6 law now, with his frozen ice pod. And hopefully we can get rid of a darkness card during this adventure. But again, it's another weight. I think his weight will be up at 4 now, something like that. Can get up to 7. But at the end of the adventure, I think I'll be flogging this for 125. And hopefully we'll start picking up some better artifacts. This is... what a weapon! Anyway, put that over here. It's frozen ice pod. Right, and the rest. So that's 80 XP altogether. So if I take 2 10s out of the stash and put 100 in, that's right. Cash is 25, is 125. 125 gold, and we get a dark stone. There we go. Now we've got 2 dark stone. We may be able to get ourselves a couple of bullets. No, we're at 30 minutes. I'm just rubbish. Right, let's put all this back in. Shuffle it back in. Right, and what we'll do next time is we will try and get out the cracked ice ruined lift room, and we'll look for these journal pages. I haven't forgotten his specimen jar, but I don't want to. You have to give up your move, and with the cracked ice and everything, this is one map tile I don't want to give my move up on. So hopefully we'll have a normal, sensible room next where he'll be able to do that. Other than that, we've got a bit of sanity back for Running Bear, thankfully. He's still got his ability whereby he'll be able to re-roll a damage roll. He hasn't used that yet, and we're still looking for hellbats. So if some hellbats turn up, we might be able to cash in our bounty. Right. So 31 minutes in, I'm getting better. This must be my this must be the shortest episode, so we'll leave it at that. Next up is Holding Back the Darkness. Then we're going to try and move out of this room, and we're going to look for those journal pages and see if we can't get out of here, get back to town and defeat those creatures. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thanks for all the views and the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.